Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch, and I am coming to you with podcast number 10. Woo, we're in double digits of the Hooks and Broomsticks Crochet podcast. Today is Thursday, March 12th, 2020, and this is going to be kind of a short one actually because I'm doing 3 videos, but I don't have like a ton made. But let's get into it, I guess. Oh, to start with, I did mention this in the video I just did, but if you didn't watch the Happy Mail video, and if you don't watch the Blue Hat video, haven't made that one yet, so I may or may not mention it in that one because it's kind of, you know, a specific video. But thanks to a couple of shout outs, because Sandy at Left is Right Crochet, she has shouted me out several times. I know some of you have joined me from there, and Courtney at Fiber Fox Creations has also mentioned me a few times, and I know quite a few of you have come over from there. However, Crystal at Bag of Day gave me an awfully nice shout out. Thank you, Crystal. And I got quite a few of you guys from there. And like, I was excited a couple weeks ago. I was saying in the other video that I hit like 300 or 350, and now we're up to 542, so almost 550. So thank you for stopping by and checking me out. I hope that you find something that you like here. Occasionally you get to see my husband's eye candy guitars back here that he plays, but yeah, that's his guitar wall and stuff. But occasionally we'll be in my craft room that is in need of cleaning up right now, so you can see all my yarny goodness. So hopefully you stick around and find something that you like. And now I'll actually get into the podcast. I can't believe since I took that break that we're in double digits now. I'm really excited about that. It's kind of lame to be that excited, right? Let's start with acquisitions because I don't have very many. For those of you that don't know, everybody that's been going on like a yarn ban, self-imposed yarn ban, not buying stuff, I'm being real with myself. Not that it's not real for other people. There are plenty of other people that are literally sticking to their yarn ban and not buying anything, and honest to God, kudos to you guys. But if I'm being real to myself, that's not me, that's not Heather. I'm gonna buy something if I like it, you know, and if I can afford it, which I'm going back to work soon, so I'll be able to. But I did buy Lion Brand had like a week of stuff that was coming to my email. Like my mother-in-law, I do have some Flicka coming because that's like her favorite yarn, and it's only like 5 or 10 balls or whatever she ordered. But I picked that up for her, so I could unbox that and show you guys that if you want. It's a couple of colors. They had ZZ Twist that was $1 because Courtney got in on quite a bit of that, I think. I can't remember the other. Well, they had the 5 for 10, and that's the sale that I got some stuff on. But I got 10 cakes of yarn, but I only got one color, so I didn't like bring it all out here, and I didn't think an unboxing was particularly necessary since it's all the same thing. But here's one of the packages that I didn't open. This is the Woolies DK cakes, and if I remember right, it's the color Bedazzled. Yep. So and all of this package of cakes are matching centers. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Lion Brand. But I got 10 of these, and this is a color that I've been hoarding anyway, so I have several other ones because our local store, like, I think Walmart does carry some, but not this color. And I got 1 or 2 cakes when they were first released at Joann's, I think, because there was a sale. And then I've gotten a few cakes from our more local store, Meijer, that some of you guys have that are maybe in the tri-state area, but I don't think they branch out very far. So like Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, maybe Ohio has some. Let me know if you're in a state with a Meijer, because I'm just kind of curious like how far they branch out. I know I'm almost positive they're not international, but they might be. I don't think they are though. I'm pretty sure they're fairly local. But they're basically like a Walmart of different caliber. And we always call them the fancier Walmart here because they have like different things that seem to be, I don't know, slightly more upscale or definitely a little more pricey usually. But anywho, point being, this was my acquisition. It was 10 of these babies. They are from Lion Brand. Here's the actual... See, that's backwards for me, and I'll check when the video goes live to see how backwards... Is it backwards for you guys or not? But that's the Woolies DK cake, which is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, 393 yards or 360 meters. It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. And is there made in? Make sure to match dye lots. I always have trouble finding where it's made, and I don't know why. Made in Turkey. I think a lot of Lion Brand yarns are made in Turkey. Are there any that aren't? I don't know. But yeah, it's got these really pretty fall-y colors, and you know, like if I'm not doing like the avocado greens and the earthy browns and the goldens and the like faded orangey colors of like the 60s and 70s, I'm doing fall colors, which are pretty much the same, except this has got like some pink and some purple in it too. But to me, this is really autumnal. It's fall-y. And I love it, and I love it a lot. So I wanted to make a blanket someday in the future. I think I have a pattern picked out finally, but that's what I got for acquisitions, and I think that's it for acquisitions actually, besides my Happy Mail, and there'll be another video out for that. So yay, working down from the collection. As far as, should we do whips or finished objects? Let's do finished objects, because I don't have like a whole ton of finished objects. You saw the granny square blanket that I was doing for the the season of the granny challenge, and these are granny too. I meant to enter these into Debbie the Canadian Crochetter's make along. Sorry, Debbie, I didn't do it in time, but like they were made in time, but I didn't enter them. I'm sorry. But her cal was the Block Party cal, and this is the Fiber Spider market bag. This is I made a couple in this color, so I mean this isn't the same one I showed last time, but it is the same color, it's the same bag and everything. But it starts out as a square that eventually I'll open the bag properly and show you. See the square? And then that comes out, and eventually it starts to, he gathers it here and still increases on the outsides, so it ripples, and it makes this really pretty like chevron granny. And these were just done with last year's Caron cakes, Caron cotton cakes, sorry, for market bags. So some people have expressed wanting to buy some from me. I hope they do, because money's good. But I have a couple of that color. Here's the other one that I did show you last time, and they have slightly different lengths of handles. I was experimenting with that. And I think I might have showed you this one. This was the first one that I made. And then this is the one I had just been starting, but this was the rainbowy one. And then I made, like, just sort of for me, because it came out a lot smaller because the yarn is smaller, I guess. But this was the last couple cakes skeins of the ice yarn Dream that I got. That it's 100% acrylic, but it feels, I don't know, it's like, it is rough, but I swear it feels like it's got cotton in it. My husband grew up around yarn like his whole life, because his mom was a knitter. She knitted for business. She spun yarn. She's learning to crochet now, but his whole life, and I had him feel this, and I was like, what would you say this was made out of? And his first guess was cotton too, and it has like more stretch than cotton probably would, but it doesn't have the stretch that acrylic would have. So I made it into a bag, and I figured it's fine if it stretches, it's just for me. And you know, it's just a little bag to go to the store with, because so many places are banning plastic, and it won't bother me if Michigan does, because I'm way into planet saving anyway. So If we ban them, that's fine, and I'm ready, and people can buy some bags from me. And then the other thing that I've completed that you guys will see in the next video, and I'll be wearing them, I made some hats. I'll talk about those in the next video, but for the blue Hat Not Hate campaign that Lion Brand started. And finished object wise, I think that is complete. I think. Moving on to the whips in my Stranger Things bag is, okay, I made these before, and this is a completed one, but I completed this a couple years ago for people at work. If you're familiar with Pokemon, this is the Magikarp hat. And here's his little fin that flops. He's a floppy fish, so this is perfect for, this pattern's perfect to show that. But yeah, that's a Magikarp hat. And somebody at work asked me for one. He wanted to buy one from me. So what I did, that one was done with a 7mm hook, and I just used, it's like the neon yellowy handled clover hook that I used for that. And I did the same hat with the same hook with the same yarn. This isn't completed yet, this is why it's a whip, but the body part is. And this is a lot smaller. Like, my tension over the last couple years has gotten ridiculous, apparently, because can you tell the difference between those two? Like, there's that much difference, and this is a looser stitched one, so it stretches more. And this one's super tight. Like, I've got a little baby head, and this one fits me where I would consider it a good fit. So what I did was I crocheted up enough parts for 2 hats. And I'm not gonna take them all out, but like, there's 2 tail fins in there. There's 2 little crowns for the tops and bottoms, and then there's like the whisker sets in there. And I switched up to an 8mm of the same type. And see, I told you I use those all the time, Rose, those stitch markers, the Halloween ones. That's my little bat, because that's my absolute favorite one. But this one is almost done. Hopefully it'll be done tonight or tomorrow. Tonight maybe, and then I can sew it on tomorrow. But this one is a lot closer in size to this one. So my tension just grew, apparently. And luckily I have a little more of this yarn I got on clearance at the Meyer store I was talking about like so long ago, and I'm finally using it up. But that is one of my whips. And then I'm very proud of this next one. Sorry, I gotta drink a Diet Pepsi. I'm really dry-throated today, and I got the sniffles and stuff. My husband was like, don't be telling a lot of people that because of all the national, oh my god, you guys. He works at Walmart. I almost said Meijer again. He works at Walmart, and he was kind of like saying how we would see all the memes and all the different pictures that are like real pictures, so not just like joke memes about shelf clearing of like the hand sanitizer and the toilet paper and all that. And we were kind of like, well, at least we're a little more sensible in Michigan. No, he had, like, the water is almost cleared out there. He showed me pictures, and somebody from his store posted a video where they walked down the aisle of the toilet paper, and it is cleared out. Like, I saw like 3 packages of Angel Soft left. And I was like, wow. It's for real though, you guys. So like, it's to the point now where like, if you're not hoarding it, you kind of got to go out there and get some in case you run out before they restock. So then that's adding to the problem. But like, you kind of have to, you have to have some stuff like that. I mean, I know it's not like you won't die without toilet paper, but it's nice to have. So yeah, it's going. Anyway, that was way on a tangent, wasn't it? Okay, so since I'm recording on my phone, I can't show you the picture that I found, but I could probably post it on Instagram, and I probably will. And also, to mention Instagram, the blue hats, when you're supposed to post them and everything, when I make one, it will be on Instagram too. If I don't make it into a podcast video or something, it'll be on Instagram. But, so in a thread on Facebook, in one of the crochet groups, somebody had started a post asking about, what it was to make a 70s blanket. So of course that caught my eye. And I didn't really comment, because my comments would have been basically the same as a lot of people's that were like, you know, these colors and like ripple blankets were huge and this and that back then, or granny squares. But somebody had posted the cover of a Women's Day magazine, I think it was, from the 70s. And it had these really cool granny squares. And like not ones that I've seen before, but it was just the cover of it. So I decided I was going to replicate it. Sorry about the noise if something just kicked on to you. We've got a humidifier back there, and it just kicked on because it's kind of necessary around all the guitars and stuff. So I don't think it usually picks up in the video, but just in case. So with just blue yarn from my hats that I had made, and it's still connected because I don't plan to keep this square, but because I want the colorful ones. But like my end's not sewn in or anything, so it's gonna look a little sloppy. But I decided to replicate it. So this is what I had come up with for the picture. Okay. And then I decided to make it in, okay, so these, let me see. I have another project bag, little kitty project bag. These are the colors that I'm making it with, right? Sorry, there's a square on top. But and then it's gonna all be joined in brown. So pretty retro-y looking colors, and this is using up some of the big twist yarn I got when that was for like $1 or $1.25 or whatever it was. So I made, like, I kind of tweaked the pattern, and I made the same thing in color. Okay. You see all the different little designs and stuff, and this one was still my design, like what when I tried to recreate it, and I thought I did an okay job, I think. Then, if you care to look up the pattern, somebody sent me the pattern. There's no pictures on this, so I can't show it. They just kind of like, it was the magazine clipping kind of picture that they sent me. But this is called the Flamboyant Afghan. And it's from the Women's Day magazine from the 70s. I want to say 75, but I might be wrong about that. So this is the one that I had recreated, and I decided to do one in the same color from the pattern, but here's the one from the pattern. So I mean, mine's a little sloppier looking. They did stuff in like the back loop here, so it was neater looking around, but there wasn't a whole lot of difference between what I remember doing in mine, because I was gonna write it down and just make this the pattern, and what the pattern is. Like, I'm probably just gonna use this square. The outside of it is the exact same, so I'm probably just gonna use this square in the blanket honestly, when I put it together. But then I also made, from the pattern now, I made this square and I made this square. So picture them all joined together with brown, and that's going to be the colors of the blanket. I'm just going to kind of play around with the different, like you see both of these, rounds 1, 2, and 3 have all got the same color. But in this one, only rounds 1 and 2 do. So I'm just playing around with the colors and stuff. And that's kind of like a side project, I guess, like just for fun as I'm going. But that's what I got accomplished today. Or not today, recently. and that's one of my whips. And I think that might be everything, actually. I've showed you guys everything I've been kind of working on. I was in a little bit of a funk for, I don't know, like a week. Like, I got super excited about all my subscribers, and I was like, I need to put something together. And then I was like, really, all at the time that I had been working on was this stinking hat. And I was so, like, down in the dumps about having to make a second one just to have the right gauge. Like, obviously I have to have the right gauge if he's wanting to buy it and stuff, and it has to fit him. But I was just sad that I didn't do that the first time when the other one was right. But the other one was like the first one I ever made out of, I think I made 5 other ones for people that wanted them a couple years ago. And that one was my first one, and I just really wanted to keep it because I'm weird and like to wear magic harp on my head sometimes too. But so yeah, I kind of got down about that, and then just didn't really crochet a lot. I've been, if any of you know that I'm a gamer person too, I've been doing some gaming and stuff like that. But I wanted to get some things finished up before I head back to work next week. So I've got like 4 or 5 days to do that, and then I'm back to work. So yeah. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Hopefully you stuck around to the end, hear all my ramblings, and want to come back for further episodes. And I just really appreciate it. If you haven't yet and you're thinking about it, hit the subscribe button down below. You could even hit the bell if you want to get updates when I put something out. And I will see you guys in the next video. You're probably going to see this outfit one more time. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.